Louisiana Beer Reviews 5, Milwaukee's Best. Milwaukee's Best originally came out in 1895, and it was produced by the small A. Gettleman Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Well, in 1961, Miller acquired this little company, which was actually very close to them. Miller says a next door neighbor. And the little brand was continued, but in 1984, Miller reformulated Milwaukee's Best and started to sell it nationally as a below premium beer, an economy beer, if you will. And it has been a tremendous success for the company. Milwaukee's Best is a top selling beer. It's very popular. For those who enjoy volume drinking or just don't like to pay a lot. I'm going to show you some cans. First, I want to show you one of the old cousins of Milwaukee's Best, and this is Meister Brau. It's a 1978 can of Meister Brau. It says premium draft beer. Meister Brau was also reformulated in 1984, and this is the 84 to 2005 can. Miller Brewing Company bought this brand from another small brewing company. Meister Brau was sort of pushed aside as Milwaukee's Best exploded across the country, and Meister Brau, they weren't doing commercials for it anymore, and there wasn't no advertising, and it was discontinued in 2005. And when I contacted Miller Brewing, they said they discontinued it because it wasn't selling, although I did think it was a pretty good beer. Anyway, back to Milwaukee's Best. Here is the second generation can. It's slightly altered from the first can. You can see it has a man on a beer wagon with the horses pulling it, team of horses. The old original can from 84 had a bigger picture of the brewery in the background and the delivery van. And it was a very dignified can, as you can see, brewed with the finest ingredients. Very attractive can. In 1998, they came out with a snazzier can, as you can see, carefully brewed for a clean, smooth taste. Then they started to put the Miller logo on it. And in fact, in 1998, you might have seen billboards that Miller started to embrace the Beast nickname, and I saw billboards saying the Beast and whatnot. A few years later, around 2000, maybe 2000 or about 2001, they came out with this can. Milwaukee's Best, little more focus on red instead of brown, but still with the gold accents. Around 04, they came out with this one, which I would call the Ice Splash can. You can see it's got a lot of ice in the background, or water splashing, whatever. And then they started to put the finest quality ingredients established in 1895 moniker on it, which I didn't understand at first until I did research and found that it actually was originally put out in 1895. Carefully brewed from the finest quality malted barley, selected grains and choicest hops. 2010, during the spring, this new bold logo debuted. Milwaukee's Best premium beer. A passion for quality shows in every beer we brew. It's about making something you can take pride in. Brewed for freshness and classic taste. One thing you'll notice in all the cans is this shield. Every Milwaukee's Best can has always had the shield. That's sort of like a tradition with that brand. In 1986, they came out with Milwaukee's Best Light, and then it was eventually sold all over the country, and it's the flagship brand actually of the Milwaukee's Best line, the Light. You see a lot of commercials for that. You rarely ever see, well, you don't see commercials from Milwaukee's Best. And in 1994, they came out with Milwaukee's Best Ice to join that mid-90s ice craze, which you may or may not remember. And ice beers are still, of course, very popular. Beer Advocate, the people that get on there don't like Milwaukee's Best. Generally, it has a D- average overall right now. Rate Beer is the same. The Beer and Me, they don't like it. But let's see what I think about it, and let's go on with the review. Here's a 16-ounce can of Milwaukee's Best. I don't know if it's made in bottles anymore. It never really was made too commonly in bottles, can be in the preferable packaging. I have seen photos of 40-ounce bottles, and I did own a 12-ounce bottle one time that I bought in Canada. But I don't believe now it's made in bottles at all, but I could be wrong. Maybe they still make 40-ounce party bottles. Well, we're going to open this old boy up here. No smoke. We'll make the pour. You can see the nice thick white head that you're gonna always see in an American style lager. The clear appearance, very bubbly. You might be able to see the bubbles going up, trailing up the glass. One thing I've noticed about Milwaukee's Best, it's a shade darker than other American style lagers, and this beer is 4.3% alcohol by volume. I'm gonna give it a smell. Oh yeah, that sweet beer smell, that American style lager smell, very pleasant smell, very inviting. Very nice. You're basically getting corn and some undercurrent of barley. Really is a fine looking beer in the glass. And the most important thing now, the taste test. Yes, this is a watery beer, but it does have body to it. It has a slightly richer taste than the average American style lager, and I think that's part of the negative view that people have. It's got that rich taste, and if you are one of these people that drink a whole lot of it at once and you get inebriated, I would imagine that the hangover would be a beast with the richness. I wouldn't know. I don't usually drink. I don't ever drink that much, actually. But let's try it again. It's got a undercurrent hoppiness, just very slight. You taste the grain and barley and the corn. They use yellow corn grits and barley mix, but it's such a round beer, you can't really discern the individual ingredients actually. It just has what a person would call a beer taste, and a pleasant taste actually. If I was going to get together with some friends and watch the ball game, I would certainly bring this beer along, or to a barbecue or fish fry. It's obviously not something you'd bring to an evening dinner party. It's not really made that produced for that type of thing. It's just a get together beer, but it's certainly credible. I gave it a B+ on Beer Advocate. I'm gonna stick with that rating, at least a B. I can't see giving this beer less than a B, tell you the truth. Is it exotic? Would a craft beer aficionado love this beer? I seriously doubt that. You can see it has a lot of nice lacing around the glass. I'm drinking this ice cold. I mean, I'm drinking it so cold. Les Bon Ton Roulé. I've always thought Milwaukee's Best was a fine beer. You can see it, you can find it sometimes for $11.99 a case. But whatever the case, I recommend it, and I would encourage you to give it a try. So that's it for the beer review. I appreciate you watching it. Hope to do many more. And I want to say, in ending, y'all come on down to New Orleans.